The crawling chaos, the faceless god, the messenger of the outer gods, Nyarlathotep. I make it no secret that Nyarlathotep is my favorite entity in the Cthulhu Mythos, and this is interesting since Nyarlathotep is likely the most unique entity in the mythos, in that he is the most human god, or at least likes to fashion himself that way. While most entities in the mythos, and in cosmic horror in general, are based on alien concepts that are foreign to our human mind, and are thus horrific in that sense, Nyarlathotep is a different beast entirely. H.P. Lovecraft supposedly based Nyarlathotep on a nightmare he had as a child, which he turned into a short story titled Nyarlathotep. In the story, Nyarlathotep is depicted as a man resembling an Egyptian pharaoh who wanders the earth showing off strange magical artifacts, drawing in more and more supporters into a mad haze. It is possible that Lovecraft based this idea on Nikola Tesla. The madness continues until it is implied that the world is coming to an end. Lovecraft goes on to include or mention Nyarlathotep in The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath, Fungi from Yuggoth, The Dreams in the Witch House, The Haunter in the Dark, and several others, making Nyarlathotep Lovecraft's most used deity. Nyarlathotep would go on to be used by many other writers, including Robert Bloch, Lynn Carter, and August Derleth, providing many different forms for Nyarlathotep. Stephen King used him in The Stand and the Dark Tower series as the character Randall Flagg, and they've even gone so far as to turn Nyarlathotep into an animated teenage girl in a series of manga and anime. Nyarlathotep is said to have 1,000 different forms, most of which are said to be horrific and terrifying. Some of his forms, however, such as the pharaoh form mentioned in the short story, perfectly resemble humans. It is likely, then, that he is capable of assuming any form he wishes, perhaps up to and including other entities in the mythos. Nyarlathotep is also capable of many different supernatural abilities, many of which he uses while in various forms. These abilities include superhuman strength, invulnerability, flight, mental influence, and many forms of magic. Nyarlathotep's greatest strength, however, is in his power to manipulate. Often making bargains or deals with those he deals with, he is conniving, deceptive, and almost never trustworthy. Combined with the ability to take any shape, Nyarlathotep is a force to be reckoned with. What follows is my own thoughts and beliefs about Nyarlathotep. Again, none of this is canon, but it's what I choose to think about the faceless god. Something that is occasionally debated in people interested in the Cthulhu Mythos is power level. That is, which entities in the mythos could defeat other ones. This discussion is common in almost every universe or piece of fiction, but it's often hand-waved during discussions of the mythos because A, there's just not enough evidence of ability or power to make a reasonable assumption, and B, the mythos isn't really meant to be dissected in that manner. These are both true and why I don't normally discuss such things, but for Nyarlathotep I have to make an exception. I posit that, as far as capability goes, Nyarlathotep is the strongest being in the Cthulhu Mythos. Now, of course, Azathoth can blink us out of existence with just a thought, and Yog-Sothoth knows all and sees all, but Nyarlathotep is potentially the only deity that can actively affect our entire existence, and could easily destroy us if he wished. This brings me to a second point. Why doesn't he destroy us? If he's meant to bring doom and destruction to Earth, what's stopping him? There really isn't a good explanation for this, so here's mine. Nyarlathotep doesn't destroy us for the same reason that the Joker never kills Batman. Nyarlathotep is a creature that delights in madness and manipulation. He could destroy us, but that would leave him with nothing to toy with. There are of course other sentient races in the mythos, but it's likely that none offer up the enjoyment to Nyarlathotep as humans do. It's been suggested that Nyarlathotep is the only one that can bring the other outer gods as well as the great old ones into our mortal realm. I would suggest then that he is purposefully not doing so. While we know that Nyarlathotep appeared to the ancient Egyptians in various guises, and was revered as both a pharaoh and as a god, I highly doubt he would have stopped there. A god that can take any form, and who delighted in manipulation and deception, would have likely taken other shapes to continue to manipulate the human species. Who's to say Nyarlathotep wasn't actually Hitler in disguise? or Stalin, or Paul the Apostle, or even that Nyarlathotep is responsible for every major religion we have currently. He could have been Nikola Tesla, or Rasputin, or Ted Cruz. Nyarlathotep is immortal, powerful, and very patient. He is the perfect combination of the Joker and Satan, and we are all simply his toys.